morning to everyone that's in here up and rolling this morning. Y'all know the only time I come live at this time of the morning is because the anxiety is acting up this morning. But I'll say sleep was pretty good because I was woke for a full 30 plus hours. So I got a few hours of sleep. So I probably slept from about 12 to 5 this morning. But I just woke up with like the heaviest anxiety attack, heading straight for the door. And I don't know why. I know there's enough room, there's enough air and everything. I just wish I knew why we wake up to this anxiety thing. What's happening? Yes, we're very sleepy. But I'm up. I actually got up this time. And this anxiety attack was so heavy. Girl, you better go straight and get you some. You working off 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. So yeah. And then I had to do the little skip over. Only one, a half one. I don't know what it is with me and the medicine thing. I do got a lot of things moving today. And I thought at least, girl, you gonna sleep all night long as you been up. I knew it. I said it with all confidence. And woo, I was getting it until 5:13 hit. And when 5:13 hit, just anxiety attack just whoosh. Before I knew it was like trying to take over me. And so I'm like, wow. I always question it every time I wake up to I want to know why it's happening. Is there a reason? Is there a purpose for it happening or whatever? I always go into that when I first wake up. And yeah, probably before going to bed or whatever, like overstimulated my mind just with conversation and all of that stuff. Um but yeah. And even though I'm calming down right now, it's like still a part of me feel like, girl, get up and run for the door. Because you can't breathe. And clearly I can breathe because I'm sorry, y'all, for all of the yarning because I am absolutely sleepy. And it just ain't happening for me just yet. Um, I forget what I was saying. Yeah, a part of me feel like running for the door, but I didn't get up and run. I did go out there and walk around just a little bit, but I want to be pacing the floor. I want to be so asleep right now. I really do. I really want to be asleep. But anyways, yeah, I was saying that whenever this happens, the first thing I do is get up and I question why is it happening to me. Um, and yeah, like I said, probably overstimulating myself with the conversation. I don't know. I ain't no doctor. I wish I knew why, so then I could just block it anytime it's getting ready to come. But I don't think I got no. I don't think I could do that because I was hard down asleep in the middle of sleep, getting it, and woke up feeling like I need to run for the hills. Woke up feeling like I need to run for the hills. And the first thing I wanted to do was get really, really aggravated because I want to be asleep. But then I thought about be thankful for the 5 hours that you did get. Um, and I'm trying to stay right there with it, but it is very frustrating when you won't sleep, but sleep ain't happening for you. Um, very frustrating. So I'm like, let me come on and talk to y'all until I feel like I may be able to go back and go to sleep again. And right now, like I'm trying to talk to y'all because everything in me says, "Girl, get up and run out the door." I don't want to go outside. I don't want to feel the dew on my feet right now. I don't want to put on socks to go outside right now. I just want the anxiety attack to go away so that I can go back to sleep. That's it. I feel like I need the rest. I need to I need a chauffeur. That's what I need. I need a chauffeur. Just, me riding around is like the best sleep ever. It's like somebody's driving. I can get on the passenger side and just go to sleep while they drive. I can't afford that. So we're going to have to figure out another remedy for that right there. So we can't hire no chauffeur. Not yet. Um, but yeah, I'm up like I gotta be to work at 6:30 or something. I'm up with the bus drivers trying to get the kids to school. Only I ain't driving. So in the moment to run or not to run. That is the question. And if I run, then it's like, what am I running for? Because I can look around me and see that everything is normal. It ain't about what's happening in reality. It's what's about happening on the inside of me and what I feel. And it's like going in for going in for surgery and you've never had surgery before. If you show up there and you've never had surgery in your life before, you don't know what to expect. The feeling that you would have in your stomach, the nervousness you'll have in your stomach from, oh gosh, am I going to wake up from this? Is what anxiety is like in the pit of your stomach. And I'm sorry, y'all, that I keep on yarning, but not really. I'm not sorry. It's a natural reaction, something that's happening happening to me, and I know it's yarning can be very contagious. You can see somebody yarning and you start yarning too. I just, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm freezing, which is also one of the things that happens to you when you feel an anxiety. Is you have these moments where you feel like you just like freezing to death. Oh, and you really not. You just um I feel like it's one of the stages of maybe calming down, or sometimes it could be escalating. But for me, I'm saying we ain't escalating, we going down because I took a half of one of my medications. Um, and that's just me. But yeah, I'm looking for it to pipe down, and not necessarily that I need to go. And yet I still think I'm gonna go because I do feel like it's like building. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna just keep on trying to not allow it to build. Mm. Oh. Anyways, I know I'm not the only one that's up, and hopefully, the ones that I usually am up with this time. You know, we got other people that be a lot of other people that be on here, and that be going through the same as me. Um, right now, it'd be really good to just be outside, take a whiff of the fresh air. But then I know going to the door and taking a whiff of the fresh air gonna mean, oh, you just gonna go ahead and want to step out there and go ahead and take a walk. And you know, when you do have anxiety, walking, sometimes sitting down while you having it is like the worst thing that you can do is just sit still and let it happen. Um, Getting up to pace the floor, walk around or whatever, it is kind of like a calming mechanism that you can do whenever you're going through it. I'm just a little wobbly right now, so I don't want to be up walking around. I just want to be, but I'm not necessarily at the place of where I feel like I can go back and lay down and I'm gonna be able to fall asleep. I'm just gonna be doing Get up, walk around. Get up, walk around. Get up, walk around. And so, um, yeah. And for those ones that um go through the whole anxiety thing, ooh, shout out to y'all for braving it up through it. Cause it's like going to war, and I ain't never been to war, so I don't want to really say that, cause I don't want to be like disrespectful to people that really have been in war, cause I don't have any idea. Um, the only war that I've really been in is like, well, I some yeah, I just going back and saying, yeah, I've been to war, but that's a different kind of war. Um, and again, y'all, it's like sleep want to happen, but it ain't happening right now. And I don't want to go to sleep on live here with y'all. I just want to come on here and talk through what I'm talking through until I calm down, and then say, okay, then I feel like I'm in a place where I can go back and lay down. And it's like the wanting to go to sleep and the feeling of sleep is heavier than I can go to sleep. So, um, yeah. Good morning, Kajaria. You up and ready? Yeah, I'm here trying to. You up and you getting ready to roll. I don't want to be woke right now. I want to be asleep. But yeah. Anxiety said no for right now. Yep. Hope you have a great day at work, Miss Lady. Try not to work too hard. Ooh. And, oof. Hmm. And though yesterday was not a sleep day, and considering what all was happening, because it was a lot happening, a whole lot happened yesterday. A whole lot has been happening for a long time. Um, but for whatever it was that was happening or whatever, um, it was a pretty good day for whatever it was, for whatever you can say it was. Is it the way that I wanted my day to go? Nope. But it was definitely good times all mixed up in yesterday. Um, y'all seen yesterday morning. We woke up. We woke up on the beach. No, we didn't wake up on the beach. We was on the beach. We went to the beach. Wide awake. Team no sleep. Um, it ain't where we wanted to be, but that's what happened. Um, very beautiful out there. But I would have rather been feeling the wind blowing through my hair and knocked out sleep while I was there, but that ain't what happened. And again, right now, what I want to be doing is sleep. Um, and I feel like eventually I'm gonna get back to it. But this feeling in my stomach, I need it to go away. See you later. Love you. I love you too, Kajari, and you have a good day at work. Good morning, Phoenix. Just wanted to stop in and let you know I'm so sorry if I would. Dollar Bear. Let me tell you something. Um, I think I read almost every comment that strolled through here for the past couple of days, and ain't nothing jump out at me that say you was out of line, or any of that right there. So yeah, now I don't know nothing about that. I just wanted to stop in and let you know I'm sorry if I was out of line in any way. Within the conversation the other day, I apologize if I offended you. Nah, um, I didn't get offended. I didn't see anybody that got disrespectful. I think everybody is trying to like lighten the moment or anything. I didn't see anybody disrespectful to any of the people or whatever that I'm dealing with right now. I just think people were able to say how they felt about it and how I should move forward. But yeah, I didn't see anything that I was offended of. If I read everything, so but I didn't see anything you need to apologize for. So um, I'm sending lots of love and prayers your way always. Thank you very very much, Dollar Bear. And as I always say, um, whatever you pray for me, I always pray tenfold back to you. Um, and so whatever you're asking God for me, I'm asking Him to give it back to you 10 times what you asked for me. And I mean that with everything in me. Good morning, Corinne. Good morning. Listening and pulling off. Alrighty then. I hope you had a good night of sleep and you ready to the 1-2 step with the kids this morning. Um, but yeah, no, I didn't. If I missed anything that and I think we got people that we sitting we it's usually it's us in here, and then we have our little conversations and everything, and everybody over here, I like for everybody to be able to say what it is that they want to say, because I feel like anything that you want to say, there's a way for you to say it, and as long as you doing it respectfully and you ain't aiming to try and hurt somebody with what it is that you're saying, we can have a conversation about it. Like, we don't all have to agree on the same thing. We ain't all gonna deal with stuff the same way somebody else gonna deal with it. But it is a good thing to be able to have a conversation so that we can learn different ways, because they always say it's like, I ain't gonna say it because I'm you know, let's just say this. There's a whole bunch of ways that you got one particular thing in front of you. You can have 5 or 6 different people come along and ain't nobody gonna do it the same way that you do it. It's like going to somebody's house and asking them to fry chicken like you do, and they ain't never seen you cook fried chicken before. 9 times out of 10, they not gonna do it the same way that you do it. So, Dolly, whatever you said and however you move, try this. You all right. You are okay. And Korean, I don't know if you should be listening to me. You say I be talking you to sleep. Talking you to sleep. It ain't time for you to go to sleep. You trying to wake up right about now. You know, I had that voice put you right on to sleep. Oh my gosh. Mm. But it feel like all of the things that was firing off in me that say run for the hills. It feel like those things are like they backing down. It's calming down or whatever. But still, I don't feel 100 um just yet. I feel 100% sleepy. I know that. um, and I know eventually I'm gonna get me. I don't know how much more sleep I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get me some more sleep. Um, just not sure how much, and I want to be doing it right now, like sleep wide open, and I ain't even that. I ain't wide open because part of me sleep right now. I'm sitting here talking to y'all with my eyes closed. And it'd probably be a shame that uh, if I sat here long enough, uh, I probably would fall asleep on y'all right here on this live. And it probably be real crunk and be real loud because I probably be a calling. They be saying how people be snoring up something, knocked out. They calling all the hogs. I don't know. But I hope everybody had, everybody got their sleep in. At least a couple of. Did you get any sleep, Dolly? My aim was just always to help you somehow, some way, to help you get through that moment of trauma because I care about you so very much and I wanted to just help. Dolly, sometimes just the the mere fact that you have, and I know you go through some of the things that I go through. So I know there's an understanding that you have that I go through too. Sometimes it's the mere fact that somebody is in the chat typing back to you saying something that can be a fine distraction from what it is that you're going through. Me myself, I'm telling you, I come on here, and to be honest, these past couple of these lives that I've been doing pretty much lately, I'm I ain't coming on here to help anybody else. And those of you who know understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying like I'm trying to be mean or know anything, like I don't care about how it is, but when you in this moment and you having anxiety and you going through right then in that moment, you don't there's a little bit of space that's there that you care about other people because you don't want to wake other people up while you going through this. You want them to get sleep, but also I need somebody to be right here. And so it's like a fine balance of being selfish. When I come on here, I'm coming on here to look for someone that I can talk to and talk through what I'm going through at the same time. And in the meantime, if I help somebody while I'm going through my thing that was while it's not intentional that I'm helping somebody because I'm coming seeking for help and not help in the way like somebody come on here and help me. Just the help that I feel like I need sometimes is just somebody to say it to or somebody to talk to. And sometimes I feel like I ain't talking to nobody when I come on here and I pull this live, but I just feel like, ooh, I can see myself in the I can see myself in the camera, but I can't see none. I can't see no people that come through here. I can't see any of them. But in my mind, I know somebody's gonna be listening. Somebody's heard what I said, and so I'm just thankful for it. Even if it's one ear, somebody heard what I said. So I thank you for helping talk me through. I mean, I haven't got a vibe from you, Phoenix, that you on here to hurt somebody or cause harm to anybody. So yeah, I'm I'm pretty I'm pretty good at when somebody say something that ain't supposed to be said with correcting it. Mm-mm. So nope, I've been up all night. I got so much on my mind. Oh well, I, we know how that is, right? I got a lot. We have a lot on our minds, and my friend is, oh my gosh, hard time with loss ever since my mom, which, um, yeah, life, 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 life. Oh, life, life. Yeah, you know the movie called Life. So life is what it is going to do. Do you go and do you? Not trying to be all up in your business, or nothing like that. And dollar, you can say I'm asking the question because you ain't here talking. Have you ever went and talked to somebody about? Do you do therapy or anything like that? Cause I'm definitely it in the black community. Cause y'all see. um, we get a lot of uh-uh. We ain't going to them people. We ain't going to listen to them and talk to them. And then like the more and more like I heard that, it's like I think about it and it's like, yeah, I do want to talk to somebody. Do I just want it to be anybody? No. But in this situation, like I think a person who going through anxiety or whatever, hell, you'll talk to you'll talk to a stick figure probably if you think it'll talk back to you if it's gonna help calm down your anxiety that you're going through. You will be talking to it. But I've had like a couple of times where I've talked to somebody, but actually to get myself into therapy or any of this, and to be honest with you, this is not something that happens to me on the regular. I can go 5, 6 years and never have a anxiety attack, not one time. 5 and 6 years at a time. Don't feel this feeling, but it's just like this thing get to come back and show up whenever it want to, like a bad visitor or something. Like somebody you don't want to come visit your house, but then they show up unexpected. You're like, um, did you call me and let me know? Um, yeah, anxiety just shows up like that whenever it is ready to. But one thing that I do know is sometimes we be trying to help people so much that we don't even know that we be in a it's in we harming ourselves at the same time as we trying to help somebody else, because you taking in and taking on other people's problems and situations. And yes, Dolly, when I read your last statement, there are certain things that I'm gonna jump over it and not even try and read the word. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it, because once I try to like go into it and trying to get down to, okay, what is it actually she'll be talking about, before you know it, I will be taking on or trying to take on what your issues is. Because I know that I'm a fixer. I'm always trying to fix something, stuff that I ain't talking about. Even if, just think about it, a plate fall or something. You know, you used to see your mama like try and glue stuff back together again. Hell, if the plate just break, then throw the damn thing in the garbage can. Me, I'm not that kind of fixer, but problems and situations and stuff that people be going through and everything, if somebody say something to me about it, it's like my natural thing is to want to be able to like help them talk through it or whatever. But I need to, they be saying that the therapist say they need a therapist, which I find to be quite funny, but not. I can't imagine a therapist is a person that you going to listen to everybody coming in there and dumping all of what they going through onto that therapist. So who does that therapist go and dump that stuff off on? That got to be like the heaviest job, to be able to sit and listen to everybody's problems every day, all day. Yes, and it just doesn't stop everything. It doesn't stop the triggers. I doesn't stop panic all the time, and it doesn't stop the memories. Um, CBD smoke stops the memories and triggers best. Ooh. Um, the number one the number one help has been the Bible and my relationship with Jesus Christ and my friends on YouTube and talking to my hubs. Okay, I utilize all of those things. All of those things you just talked about. All of those things you just listed. Those are like my go-to thing. And I know I told you, it's like sometimes when anxiety hit, it's like, ooh, you need somebody. Um, and I feel like the more like I go through this process, um, it almost feels. Let me say. I'm trying to explain this in a way. Right now, my push away from people is not necessarily and not totally about the people, if that makes sense to you. It making sense to me because that's is what I'm saying right now. It's not necessarily the person per se that I want to push away. It's just that I gotta push them away because I'm disappointed and have been disappointed a whole bunch of times, trusting in people. So already from the get go is like that's a hard thing, but after a lot of situations and stuff keep happening to you, it makes it harder for you to depend or to ask people for what it is that you need. At least that's my story, is that I can ask, and it's I don't think people are supposed to be able to answer your everything, because then if people are able to answer your everything that you got going on, then where does God come in at, if you can always run to people to fix all of your situations? And I'm not saying by no means that I don't run to no people, but I don't, me right now and in my position in life, depending on people is like the last thing that I want to do. And it's not that the person is untrustworthy or anything, like they I'm just trying to explain it in the best way. It's good people, but people will and are going to let you down. I've let other people down, so I'm not saying that like it's a knock or anything for anybody. People are meant to let you down. Nobody's going to be able to be absolutely there for your everything that you need. So I just find that's the place that I've been going through, to be less and less um to be less and less dependent on man. Yeah. After you get let down, and especially let down in some of the ways that I've been let down. And when I speak about that, that don't got nothing to do with those of you who know that I got there's a traumatic background. So um I'm talking about those situations when you've been let down in those kinds of ways and everything. It's just like certain things, like you stand back and it's like, I ain't going down that line. Let me stay over here in this corner right there, because I can't trust that right there. So it's like I got a whole. When you say you got a whole lot going on, yeah, we already do. You already know you over here because you can feel like, oh, she can understand what I be going through because she going through some stuff too. And to be honest with you, I think with all that's happening in this world right about now, I think we all going through something at some point. And if you ain't going through something, you getting ready to go through something, or you coming out of whatever it is um, that just happened. We all going through some stuff, and some people going through stuff that you talking to about what stuff you going through, and they just ain't telling you about all of the things that you going through. No, they just not telling you about all of the things that they going through. So, they just kind of, and I do that. I do that a lot of times. So it's like the people personal in my life. Um, I'm like a good listener at them telling me stuff that's going on in their life. Me, not so much. Too. And when you be like, you know, nobody's really listening anyway. So, and that don't mean that I don't have nobody listening to me. Sometimes when you go through anxiety and the things you get into those moments where it's like it could be a pity party or something like that. And those things I try to move away from that right there because yeah, whatever. um, Me too. I'm always a fixer. Yeah, always trying to fix something. Um, and that's something too. Like I'm working on. Sometimes you trying to fix something that the person coming to you talking about, and the person literally put themselves in that position. They've been talked about. They've been talked to about the situation and warned that it's gonna make you have a headache or whatever, and you just don't know of all of the warnings and everything that they done went through, but yet you standing there trying to work it through with somebody who done had 5,000 chances and been talked to about the same thing 500 times, and they still doing the same stupid shit that they been doing, and ain't nothing changed, but you standing there trying to fix it. That's what a fixer is you trying to fix everybody's stuff. And some people don't need you to fix their stuff. They need to be going through the stuff that they going through. And I think too, some of this anxiety stuff, it comes from trying to fix and take on other people's stuff. Um yeah, and I gotta learn how that when keywords when I'm talking to people and everything and they getting ready to, because sometimes people will intentionally come and try and dump onto you. And a person that come and dump on you, they not necessarily looking to get free. They just I want to dump this off on you so I can go back and fill the cup up a little bit more. Like they cup be running over and they just need to go through it. But then they continue, the very thing that got them to that place, they go back and do those same things all over again. So you ain't fixing nothing. You just letting them dump all their problems off on you. Those kind of people is like when as soon as I recognize them, I be like a professional kung fu artist. Get the hell away. Go. Nope. 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 Girl. I don't want to hear about it. You can't. You can't talk to me about that. I'm very good at that. When I feel like somebody just want to come and dump, and you ain't trying to change your situation, you just want to keep telling me about your same old problem over and over again. And I'm not talking about like problems like what I'm up about. I'm talking about problems that's in your everyday life and you have the power to change it. You're just deciding I ain't gonna do nothing about it, but I just want to tell somebody about it and keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Them the kind of people. Nope. um but other than that, when you can see like somebody is like you're giving them the information of how you work through some of the things that you work, and you can actively see them using those things and trying to better themselves. Them the kind of people that I don't mind giving my information to. But sometimes I run into people that I'm giving my information to thinking that they want the help, and they literally don't want the help. They just want to be there just talking. Just talking. They ain't trying to change anything. So um I'm trying not to be the fixer. Another thing is too that I be trying not to do is when you a fixer too. Um, ooh, let me see. I just all of a sudden like got a talking block. Oh, okay. When you're a fixer, usually you're a giver. I haven't ran into a fixer that don't like give. I'm the kind of fixer that if somebody gives something to me or somebody help me with something, unknowing to them, in my mind, I'm already trying to figure out what I can do to repay you for what you did for me. I don't never look at it as if somebody's doing something for me. And I know I do have people that's out of the kindness of their heart that come and do things for me all the time. I'm talking about me, the things that I deal with. Whenever somebody do something for me, somebody give me something in my mind, my mind is actively running on how I can pay you back because I never, and a lot of times it's protection mode for me because if I can repay you back for what you just did to me, you won't be able to take you helping me and using it against me or something one day. It's kind of how my mental works. Um, and I guess that's like a defense mechanism from all of the different things that happen to me. Is like I do those kinds of things. I'm not usually the people that I'm around is like we well balanced with who you doing this and I'm doing this. You doing this, I'm doing this. It to me it's like a tennis match. And for me, I don't receive I like gifts and stuff, but because of the way my mentality is set up, I don't really like getting gifts. If that makes sense. Because I'm saying if somebody's giving me a gift, automatically my mind is how can I how can I give it back to them? It's basically like I don't want the gift. I don't want it. Is the way that I can be. And my sometimes something given to me is just my mind is just there just actively. Okay, how do I level the playing fields? I can't just let them give to me. There's people that I done had in my life and be like pretend like they really like me or give me something and then go behind my back and say things. And I know for a fact that they did it. Just because certain people don't know certain things. It was only two of you in the room or something when whatever was said or whatever was done, and it's only one other person that could have went in that could have went and said it, and he's like, it ain't that significant to you, but I see you. It's kind of like that right there. But for me, I'm not a I'm not a gift receiver. Even I have other content creators that come through and will send super chats and everything, and the overwhelming feeling that comes from that. And because I know those people, my first instinct is I need to give it back. I need to give it back. I don't want it. It's just like I want to stay even. If that makes sense. I don't and that's just the way that I'm set up. It don't mean like the person ever did anything to me or whatever. It's like I just want to stay even. And so it's like the money they send me, I'm going to figure out a way to go back and I'm gonna figure out how to give it back to you because I don't want you to have one up on me or no nothing. So your girl literally be tit for tat. It's like, oh, you sent the super chat. Oh, when I come over there to your page, I'm gonna send you a super chat, or I'll be behind the scenes, and oh, it's like, and the only thing you doing is passing the money. So it's like if somebody send you a $5 super chat and you go and send them back a $5 super chat, it's like you passing the $5 back and forth. But really, you know who's winning when you do that is YouTube is enjoying that. So then you get a little slick and then you just go behind the scene. Cash out, hey, put that over towards that right there. That just be the way my mind set up, and I be trying to get away from that right there because a fixer, a giveaway today ain't got nothing else. And I did it the other day. It's like I'm down to this is what I have. I don't want to use it, and still ended up going somewhere, and I'm ended up standing at the counter once again calling myself stupid. And even though I know I'm not stupid, it's like it's these boundaries that I set up in my mind that I'm saying that I won't allow to be crossed again. And yet I still find myself in those situations where, oh, you actually getting crossed one more time, but not because the person did anything to you. You right back giving and fixing something that you shouldn't be trying to fix. And so I keep finding myself in like those kinds of situations. So um and just know sometimes just take a pause instead of just always trying to be on go all the time. So yeah. And it's like if somebody's there for you to cry on their shoulder. Um in me, if somebody sit and listen to what I'm going through automatically when they go through something, it's like there's some, I can be going through my own stuff, but because they was there for me when I was going through my situation, it's like I could be off. I could be off in la la land, my own situation messed up, and then I'm jumping over here trying to help this person and knowing, um, girl, right now is not the time for you to be trying to help them because your junk jacked up. So you probably should sit this one out. And sometimes you as a person, you need to fail somebody because I know that I ain't no God, and I can't fix nobody. I know that for a fact. I cannot fix anybody. But it still don't stop me from trying to do it. And so me myself, I have to figure out how to for lack of a better word, don't give a I ain't gonna say the word. I'm trying to get better at that because I've been turning into a sailor lately. And I be trying not to, but certain situations and stuff that you in or whatever is just like I done lived my life for probably about 15 years saying no cuss words. No cuss words. Because I've been a firm believer. Now my first two, three kids, yeah, they got the hood side of me. um I say what I want to say, cuss, say whatever it is that I want to say, but then there came a point in my life where I just like, yeah, respect the kids, don't do that or whatever. And so I just live my life by that way, I don't need to use those words. But then like when your past and everything start to dig up and everything, some of those old things come up, and so now it's like instead of trying to suppress it, it's like it almost like it feel good to just say cuss words. I do, and sometimes I be going through some stuff. It ain't no other word for it. I just want to say the cuss word, and I'm gonna say it. And so when people be like, "Don't cuss over here," I'll be like, "You probably gonna need to go to somebody else's page because for the most time, I be like the sweet old lady over here, but when I get turned up and I get mad, um, all of that go out the window, and it's like Freddy Krueger come out." So I do have moments like that over here. So if you thinking you coming over here and I'm one of those ones that don't make no mistakes, and I'm gonna make them, and I'm gonna tell you about them. You gonna hear about them and see them your own self. Yeah, that girl she be cutting up over there sometimes, and then at other times I'm a sweet old lady out in the garden just digging in my flowers. Um, that's me. Oh, a yarn again. One more yarn. And actually, y'all, right now it's like I feel calm. The meds kicked in, and now I'm like, do I really want to go back to sleep? That's the conversation in my head right now. In my head, I also know, girl, while you got this calmness, you need to lay down and you need to go to sleep, which is another, it's like the next step of the battle because, two, with the anxiety that I'm dealing with, it's like it's very and I don't think anxiety is predictable. It just like it show up when it show up. But this you you sleep, you knocked out sleep, and you waking up, and it's like the house is closing in on you, and ain't nothing moving. It just feel like the house is closing in on you. Anxiety is just a feeling, and it's easier said than done. I can say to you, anxiety is just a feeling. But if you a person that go through anxiety, you know it ain't that simple when it is actually happening. It can feel like 4, 5, 6 elephants is sitting in your chest, and there ain't no room for you to exhale and inhale to take the next breath. And you can totally be there, and you know you breathing because you talking. Um, and you just going through in the moment. That's what anxiety is like. But again, it is it's just a feeling. In the moment, you know, it, the anxiety is telling you that you can't breathe, you're gonna lose it. Um, in the moment. And sometimes you just need somebody to be there and just say to you that and talk to you about the beauty that's around you. I've been in a situation before where somebody was having an anxiety attack. Now, I don't want to see anybody going through the same thing that I'm going through. But you know, if you see somebody going through an anxiety attack, you know what that feels like. And if you can talk to the person that's going through that, you know the things that you feel like you need in those moments. And so you go into, well, I know about this because I go to it. And it's almost like you don't have, you ain't, not almost like, it's just like you don't need no skills or no none of that. You've been through that before. You know what it's like. So let me just offer the things that I feel like I need in the time that I'm going through those things. And because of, I just go off of the things that I feel like I need. Those are the first place. That's the first place that I start. So it's like I know that when I get in those moments, direct eye contact is like one of the things. I want to see you and I want you to see me. Um, Talking to them, even though they're saying, I can't breathe, I can't this, I can't that. My job is at that time to tell them what reality actually is. No, this is not happening out there. And let me tell you something. I've actually had the opportunity, which is to me one of the moments I'm very proud to have been the one, because we have soldiers that go over and fight for our country. I have quite a few of them in my family. But to see a soldier go through um PTSD, and I'm not sure that like you can really help with that, but I looking at it and seeing it is it's pretty much the same thing as an anxiety attack. You're in your mind, you're in a reality that does not exist right now. So PTSD and anxiety are, I have both of them. So um in those moments, to be able to come face to face with, they're on the battlefield and they are trying not to be on the battlefield, to see that happening in the moment and to be able to say, no, you're not, you're not in war right now. You're here and you're surrounded by, just take a moment and listen to the sounds in the background. Those are children playing. Those are not children crying. There's nothing but beautiful trees surrounding you. There is no fight. There is no war. We out here, we breathing this beautiful air. There's people all around you. Everybody in your family is okay. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's this. It's just in the moment you find different things that are around you to then start to, and for them to be able to touch your shoulders when you feel like maybe I'm overstepping a boundary by getting into their business, um and trying to help them through it. You're not really trying to get in their business, but when you see somebody going through something you've experienced or whatever, it's like you want to help them through that situation. So it's like in the moment you think, am I overstepping my boundaries because they have people that's around them? But just necessarily, just because people are around them, other people don't experience this, so they don't know what it's like, and they don't necessarily understand it. And then when they see somebody step in that understands what it is, and then you have that person to be able to touch your shoulders and let you know, no, right now in this moment. I don't know you, but I need you. I need you to be here. You're exactly, you're giving me what I need right now in this moment to be able to work through this moment that I'm having um in time. Can be so rewarding for you to be able to work through a situation like that with somebody and be so honored that somebody that went and fought for this country. And I know a lot of people don't have no respect for that, but because I have so many people that are military in my life, I know the sacrifices that they make. I know the smiles that I actually hate, because I've gotten pictures and stuff from, my family and stuff that's in the military, and you get these pictures of you standing next to a SUV or something that's been hit by um, enemy fire or something like that, but there's a smile on those soldiers' face. Um, some people are not mindful that when you see those when you see those pictures, you look at them and you see those smiles because they trying to send their family home something that they can smile about. But see, I ain't that type of person. I'm just like, me, it's like I'm always digging in the business. Like I can't just stay surface. And I've had a lot of people tell, you always want to go deep with a conversation. You don't never want to just stay surface level. I ain't no surface level. It's like if I'm intrigued by something, it's like I'm gonna keep on asking questions until like the person be like, okay, back down. I don't have no problem with backing down when they tell me to back down. But if I'm intrigued by it, like I'm asking questions. You want me to back down? Tell me to back down, and I'm gonna do it. But I'm like the person that you can send me a picture and this smile. I see your smile, and my first response is to smile because you smiling. But then, and I'm too the kind of person that, to be honest with you, if I'm on the phone conversation with you, I don't just pay attention to what you saying. It's like my mind I can't focus on just the one thing. I can hear everything in the background going on. I can hear the other conversations in the room. It's just like I just want to focus on this one thing, but I ain't set up that way. So like I look at this picture and I see the smiles on the picture, but then after I see the faces because that's what you're looking for when you look at a picture. You're looking at the faces or whatever going on in the photo. If it's people involved, you looking at the people. So my first instinct is to look at the people and you see their face. The next thing is I'm looking at what's going on in the background. So to get pictures home from my family and they standing up on a SUV or a tank that has actually been hit by enemy fire and they getting these pictures. I cannot tell you how many times that I've gone back and look at those pictures, and those pictures have made me very angry because I hate illusions. I hate it. And I understand those pictures that they send home over there because they want you to see them. They want to send you some things or whatever. But the the illusion for it all for me is I can look at it and I can be like, I see all smiles in this picture, but I know everybody in this picture is got to be scared as hell. So it's like I don't like things like that. It's like you in a picture and you look like everybody look like they happy, but in reality, who just got hit by enemy fire and you happy? That's just the way I think. So I read into I don't never let stuff just stay surface. It's like you say something to me, okay, that's a shovel of dirt, and then I gotta dig right back in with another shovel of dirt. So I'm like, yeah, that's me. So in long story short, y'all keep our um military people, our veterans and all of that stuff, keep them lifted up with your prayers. If you're a praying person, if you don't, then I ain't talk. If you ain't that person, I ain't talking to you. But if you are, and you do know people who are military, and even if you don't have to know no military people to be able to pray for them. Keep them prayed up, you know, and hopefully whatever prayers you put out for them, then it come back around to you tenfold. I hate to see veterans that are homeless, that don't have everything they need. Hell, I don't have everything I need, but it's something about a veteran that I look at it when they short of anything. Like I was talking to a military family last night, and I'm like, to hear them talk about they applied for food stamps at one time, and it took them so long with the process that by the time they went through the process, the people told them, "Oh, you gonna get the food stamps, but you only gonna get them for this month, and then you gonna be kicked off because your military benefits and stuff, your stuff finna kick in over here. So you only gonna get them for this month." And then it's like, and I look at those kind of things like that. It's like, if you been in the military, they went over there and fought for all of this freedom and stuff, which everybody love to say over here in America, in good old America, that they don't got no freedom to do that. And I ain't seen no. I see people walking around and moving around over here all day long, and I don't see nobody stricken them from doing nothing that they want to do. They walking in free will, doing everything that they want to do, but yet we ain't free over here. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like they go over there and fight the fight for this, and it's like, if they applying for it, I don't care what the heck they got, unless you like, you really really squared away. I'm like, why can't you give it to them? Why can't you give it to them? They fought enough. Help them out. Give them the help. Yeah. So I don't like to see veterans that don't have the things they need, and then I'm telling you, I don't have everything that I need. No, let me stop saying that. I don't have everything that I want. And we all know, just because you want something, it ain't necessarily a need. We just want it because we want it. So I have everything that I need. Everything that I need. I don't have everything I want, but I got everything I need. And that's right there where I think I'm going to end this live at. It's saying, we may not have all of the things that we want. Like, I got this anxiety and I don't want it. What I want is sleep. I ain't get all the sleep that I wanted. I did get 5 hours. And for that, I'm grateful. But do I feel like I need more sleep? Absolutely, I did. I do. I still do. But you may not have everything that you want. But if you alive and you breathing, you have everything that you need. I said need, not want. So And I'm going to say, because sometimes the past couple of days I've been leaving off of here because I'm in the moment. I don't come on and I don't introduce myself, but I am Tashana, and this is Life with Tashana. And life is like a box of chocolate over here. You don't never ever know what you're going to get when you open up that box of chocolate. They ain't got no names or no nothing on it, so you just got to pick the chocolate up and you have to bite it. But what we are about is like going and growing through our situations. And with that being said, we are we out in the garden a lot of times growing different things and everything. It's not a gardening channel, but a lot of times I'm out in the garden and I'm talking to you about my garden, but I'm also talking to you about the things that I go through in life, point blank, period. But we believe over here in growing stuff, food. And when you grow the food, let what you doing, what you growing in the garden be like a manifestation of something that you're going and growing through in your real life. Um, so we are a growing channel. We over here, we trying to talk through situations. We not over here trying to have no argument with nobody. Don't mean that we ain't gonna never have no arguments or no nothing. Cause sometimes sometimes an argument can break out before we come to a resolution of how to fix things. But what we about is growing over here. And so sometimes we going through different things over here. We over here to help give each other solutions and ideas of how we can get through those things and whatever. But if you over here just to argue, we got some people that just, automatically get rid of you. If you just want to come over here and be you know, a ass or whatever. So, but if you want to grow or you feel like you can add a little fertilizer to somebody over here that's going through something what they trying to grow from, then come on over here and sprinkle your fertilizer in the chat and help somebody grow. But until then, y'all keep on growing and keep on going. But you have everything that you need. You may not have everything that you want, but you have everything that you need. That's the word for today. May not have what you want, but you can get what you need. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.